Let's clear this up. You are not your bad habits. You are the one who created them, and that means you can break them too. The first thing to grasp is this. Most people try to fix habits without knowing why they exist. You don't smoke, scroll, or delay tasks because you're lazy or weak. You do it because those habits once gave you relief, comfort, distraction, or control. But now, what helped you is hurting you. Until you expose that pattern, you're living in the dark. Most people want to change something. Stop procrastinating, quit smoking, eat better, sleep on time, react less emotionally, reduce phone time, or exercise regularly. Yet they stay stuck in a loop, try, fail, try again, give up. Eventually, they accept it as just who I am. But here's the truth. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. That's why awareness comes first. Not action, not motivation, not strategy, but awareness. We spend most of life on autopilot. Our brains prioritize efficiency, so repeated behaviors become habits, programs that run without thought, brushing teeth, checking phones, scrolling feeds, snacking while watching TV. These aren't choices, they're rehearsed patterns. Since you're not fully aware during them, willpower alone can't break them. You need to pause and wake up. Observing your habits isn't about judgment. It's not labeling yourself lazy or undisciplined. It's studying your behavior like a scientist. Track triggers, emotions, environments, inner dialogues. Log what you do, when and why. Want to stop staying up late? The habit isn't just staying awake, it's scrolling. Why? Escaping daily stress, avoiding tomorrow's tasks, needing stimulation after a rigid day. Without those questions, the habit stays hidden, and you can't fight what you can't see. Without awareness, you blame the wrong things. I lack discipline, when really your phone sits beside your bed. I'm a procrastinator. When tasks feel overwhelming because you don't break them down, you define yourself by results, not roots. So make awareness deliberate. Slow down, notice, journal thoughts, track habits for a week without changing them. Just observe. No blame, no pressure. This isn't passive. It's the most powerful step in transformation. Bringing the unconscious to light reclaims your power. Now you respond, not react. You choose, not follow scripts. Picture standing before a mirror after years of guessing your reflection. You finally see clearly, not to criticize, but to understand. That understanding gives options. It gives leverage. Leverage changes everything. Once you know triggers, fuels, and emotional needs, you can replace, disrupt, or redesign patterns, shift cues, change rewards, build new habits intentionally. It starts with one moment, pausing, facing the mirror, owning the truth. Saying, I see it, I own it, let's fix it. It doesn't matter how long the habit lasted, how many failures you had, or how hopeless it feels. The act of true awareness already breaks the cycle. The loop is exposed. The program is interrupted. From awareness you move with intention, clarity, power. So to break bad habits, don't do more, become more aware. Once you see it, you can change it. Most believe bad habits define them. I've always been this way, or it's just me. But that's a misconception. Habits aren't fixed traits. They're practiced behaviors. No one is born procrastinating, binge watching, overthinking, or stress eating. These aren't in your DNA. They're built from small, repeated choices. The good news, what repetition built, repetition can unbuild. Your brain is highly adaptable. It strengthens pathways with use. Repeated actions become highways in your mind. That's why some habits feel effortless. They've been automated. But new habits form the same way. It's not about superhuman drive, it's about consistent showing up until the new pattern feels familiar. Repetition is the key. I'm not a morning person really means I've practiced late nights and sleeping in for years. I can't stay consistent at the gym often means I haven't prioritized movement enough yet. It's not ability, it's frequency, and frequency is in your control. People expect new habits to feel good immediately. They don't. Your brain craves familiarity, so change feels awkward, resistant, boring. That's not failure, it's adjustment. Learning to drive, bike, or use new software felt clumsy at first. With repetition, it became automatic. Habits work the same. Many quit new routines not from lack of potential, but lack of patience. They want instant results, not the rewiring process. But transformation isn't an event. It's the result of showing up repeatedly, even when dull or hard. Each repetition weakens the old path, strengthens the new. Like lifting weights, muscles grow with consistent effort, not one session. The brain follows suit. Repetition shapes identity. Reading nightly makes you see yourself as a learner. Training regularly makes you feel disciplined. You don't become someone new. You act like the version you're growing into until it's real. Every repetition votes for that self. Perfection isn't required, just persistence. Missing one workout doesn't make you undisciplined. One bad day doesn't erase a good week. Deciding a slip means failure stops repetition. That's what breaks progress. Stay in motion. Small, consistent actions build momentum. The habits you want aren't distant. They're waiting for today's practice. Not perfectly, just repeatedly. 2-minute meditation, 1 push-up, water over soda. These aren't minor, they're change's foundation. Consistency comes from small things often, not big things once. When you think this isn't working, remember, repetition is working, even invisibly. Change whispers. Over time, those whispers become your voice, rhythm, identity. Bad habits were built by repetition. Desired ones will be too. When changing habits, people focus on motivation, mindset, discipline. Those matter, but they're partial. Your environment often controls behavior more than willpower. You don't rise to goals, you fall to systems. Those systems live in your spaces, people, and cues. Look around: room, home, workspace. Every object, sound, smell, notification pulls you toward or away from your ideal self. Phone always near, attention's at risk. Junk food in reach. You're not using discipline, you're fighting resistance. Resistance drains energy fast. You think you lack control, but triggers surround you. Every habit ties to a cue. Time, place, emotion, visual. Brain links locations to actions. Netflix in bed. Bed means entertainment, not sleep. Snacks while working. Stress equals eating. You may not be hungry, but the cue fires the behavior. Change often starts with environment. You can't act differently in spaces that reinforce the old you. Disrupt cues, reshape links, build supportive settings. Phone in another room for work. Healthy food visible, junk hidden. Clean, focused workspace. These aren't tweaks. They're structural wins. Don't say, "I'll be stronger." Strength is preparation. Top performers remove temptation, not fight it. They design days so success is default. Book visible to read more. Clothes out for morning exercise. Tick. Free bedroom for sleep. Don't rely on memory or mood. Build winning surroundings. People matter too. If your circle reinforces old habits, complaining, delaying, distracting, you're pulled back daily. People shape what feels normal. Gym, skipping, poor, reading friends make it standard. Growth, valuing circles raise it. Digital environment counts. Feeds, audio, pre-bed content. They program thoughts, emotions, actions. Want better habits. Curate better inputs. Unfollow drains. Follow inspiration. Treat digital space like physical, with intent. Environment shifts aren't flashy like motivation, but they're more effective. They don't need mood or energy. They work with your brain. Aligned surroundings make success natural, not struggle. You don't need strength. Design smartly. Build a world where desired habits are easy. When environment supports behavior, consistency feels effortless. Then everything shifts. Every habit, good or bad, has an emotional driver. Habits aren't logical. They're emotional fixes. Late night eating isn't hunger. It's stress, boredom, anxiety, comfort. Morning phone checks aren't urgent. They're control, stimulation, escape. Every habit delivers an emotional payoff. Ignore that link, and breaking it feels like war. People target the action, stop smoking, scrolling, overeating, delaying. They miss what it gives emotionally. Even harmful habits soothe in the moment. You hate the aftermath, but it calms something instantly. Logic fails because emotion decides first. Logic justifies later. Understand the emotional root. Ask, what do I feel right before? Phone, checking at work, overwhelmed. Blocked, afraid of failure. The habit isn't the issue. It's your go-to for that feeling. This shifts everything. Know the emotion, address it healthier. Anxious eating, walk, talk, breathe, journal. Procrastination from overwhelm. Break tasks small. Don't deprive, replace the reward. Habits can't be erased, only swapped. We're emotional first. Nervous systems seek safety, certainty, control. Feeling unsafe or uncertain, familiar habits feel predictable, thus safe, even if harmful. People self-sabotage in success because it's unfamiliar, pressure, visibility. Without emotional tools, old patterns return. Breaking habits is emotional growth. You're not just dropping actions. You're learning to feel and respond better under stress, boredom, fear. This builds maturity, sitting with discomfort, facing fears, meeting needs constructively. It takes time, awareness, compassion. No quick fix, but a path. Notice emotions, build alternatives, forgive slips. Habits weren't built overnight, neither undone. Each pause, recognition, better choice rewires the link. You prove impulses don't rule, you choose consciously, even emotionally. Breaking habits isn't toughness. It's self-awareness, honesty, facing feelings over hiding. Done consistently, you build better habits and a resilient self, one who responds with intention, not reacts. Every bad habit runs in a loop. Cue, action, reward. Trigger hits, you act, feel relief or control. It repeats until automatic. Background software in your mind. To break it, interrupt the loop. Disrupt the pattern when your brain expects follow through. You can't change what you don't break. Resisting or replacing isn't always enough. Interrupt. At the urge, phone, cigarette, fridge, avoidance, create a break. Seconds of delay reclaim control. That pause shifts power. Pattern interruption creates dissonance. Unexpected input snaps autopilot. That's the gold. Disrupt mindless flow for conscious choice. Example, non-hungry snacking, brush teeth. Mint flavor stops craving. Social media scrolling, grayscale phone. Appeal vanishes. These jolt the system. Physical breaks work too. Move, stretch, change rooms, cold shower, 10 push-ups. Motion breaks neural rhythm. Signals change. Sometimes interruption alone wins. No replacement needed. Not doing the habit weakens the link. Early on, it's hard. Patterns strong. Brain resists. But neuroplasticity, each interruption forms new paths. Weak at first, stronger with rep, sold loop fades. Prepare interruptions, no triggers, night binge, plan alternate activity, big task procrastination, pre-break into steps. Don't decide mid-urge. Have strategies ready. Slips happen, not failure. Feedback, reflect, trigger, feeling next time better. Don't seek perfection. Progress, one interruption proves the cycle breaks. Be pattern observer, default disruptor. You're not your habits. You interrupt them. You have more power than realized. Pause, break rhythm, reclaim choice. Move from reactive to intentional, past to new future. Brain learns. Each interruption shows new is possible. Eventually, new behavior habits, not forced, trained step by step. Most use willpower to break habits. Try harder, more discipline. It works briefly. Resist, push, stay on track. Then stress or fatigue hits. Habit returns, not weakness. Willpower's finite, long. Term change isn't willpower, it's identity. You act like who you believe you are. Behavior follows belief. Smoker quitting fights identity daily. Disorganized person being productive resists systems. They clash with self-view. This friction feels uphill. Progress slips without attention. Change actions without identity. Boulder rolls back. But identity shift fades resistance. Effort feels natural, not forced. You're not pretending. You're being yourself. Powerful question. Not what do I want to do, but who do I want to be? Clear answer aligns behavior. I am healthy, leads to better eating, moving, sleeping, not force but fit. Identity isn't innate, it's built. Through action, each new choice votes for the becoming self. First gym visit, reading over scrolling, meditating over stressing. Steps reinforcing identity. Repetition reminds, this is me now. Slips happen. Question: does this reflect who I am? Healthy person eats junk occasionally, not always. Focused person delays briefly, not weekly. True identity shift makes old actions feel wrong, not guilt mismatch. That pulls you back. Build identity small, no full overhaul. Act like desired self in tiny ways. 5-minute workout, one book page, no notifications, one resisted impulse. Seem small, aren't. They're signals, proof. They compound, shift self-view. Self-talk shapes beliefs. Stop, I'm bad at this. I always fail. I can't change. A brain listens. Align words. I follow through. I respect time. I'm building discipline, and not affirmations, directions. Actions follow. Lasting change isn't daily grind. It's becoming who naturally does desired things. Not easy, but easier. Identity aligned, willpower less needed. You act like you. That's true transformation.